Ladies and gentlemen, now apologies if this video is a little bit later than usually expected. They dropped this brand new announcement Friday evening and I was down the pub, I had a few drinks and I wasn't coming home to do this announcement video, man. So no condition to do so at all. So today I wanted to do a breakdown of the brand new early look at Alliance Quest Season 6. Now I think there's some pretty good stuff in this update and there's some stuff that is a little bit as well. But it seems alright. It's kind of my overall opinion. But also a lot of it is hard to kind of envision how it's going to look until it's actually in the game. There are a couple of bits in terms of this announcement that I kind of am like, that seems like a really horrible idea. And we'll get to those in a second. But overall, there's some decent stuff. So there's a fair bit changing with Alliance Quest here, and a lot to cover, and a small bump for the rewards as well. There's no kind of big reward increase this time. There's going to be a little one. But what they've been doing with Alliance Quest over the last year or so is generally they increase the difficulty and then like a month or two later they bump up the rewards or reduce glory store cost or stuff like that. And I will say that they are slacking on a lot of areas of the game, but in the last year or so, judging by their track record, they've done quite a good job with Alliance Quest. Alliance War, not so much, man. They're well behind on that, but at least in my opinion, man, I think they are fairly on the ball when it comes to Alliance Quest, and there is some relatively good stuff here. So the first thing, the big headline here is Season 6 is Mad Titan's Wrath. And the brand new final boss is going to be the newly released Nameless Thanos. However, all in capitals here, they have not that one. Don't worry. So for those who've been fighting against the Thanos wielding the Infinity Gauntlet in the Avengers Forever event, fear not, Thanos in Season 6 will not have his Infinity Stones, but he will have slightly different nodes than the current Kingpin. So I believe this means it's just going to be the brand new Thanos skin on the OG Thanos. So if you go into Beginner, Normal, or Heroic, you have just the bog standard Thanos, and everybody that's been playing the game really for more than a couple of months can fight Thanos very, very easily. His special one, really straightforward. The special 2 is very, very straightforward as well, and there's nothing really that special. So I'd say, Thanos in comparison to Kingpin, Kingpin's a little bit more annoying because he shrugs off debuffs, he has a little bit of increased power gain based on the amount of debuffs that he has, and his special 2 is a much more of a pain in the ass, especially if you don't fully evade it as well. So just at their base, I'd rather fight a Thanos than a Kingpin any day, providing it is the bog standard, Act 3 version of Thanos with the brand new Thanos skin there. However, there are going to be some slightly different nodes. So going up to some of the lower ones, like map 4 and map 5, you've just got unblockable specials. You've got heal block on the node. Map 5 is where aspect of evolution starts to come in. That one's a little bit of an annoying node, but using a champion like Magic or Nick Fury or any heavy damage over time champion can really, really negate that node, man. Hyperion's another great one as well. Blade's going to be fantastic for that, but there are a lot of bosses that can deal very well with aspect of evolution. So kind of map 5, you've just got unblockable special attacks and aspect of evolution, so not super bad there. Map 6 and map 7 is where you have one more node as well, which is special chaos inversion, and you've just got to really think of Emma Frost's awakened ability. So during his special attacks, your controls are going to be inverted, so you've just got to learn how to fight Thanos and deal with his special attacks while your controls are inverted. So really, with the beam and the second special, they're not really that difficult, and again, you could probably use a power control champion pretty effectively as well. So I don't really think the brand new Thanos boss is going to be much of a problem, but I may be completely incorrect on that. I'm assuming it is the bog standard, really, really easy version of Thanos there. So yeah, there's nothing that troubles me kind of too much about the final Thanos boss. And in map 7 at the moment, you've got to deal with an Oscillate Kingpin, and it's the worst fight. So this fight, it seems better than that from the map 7 endgame perspective. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that one personally. Aspect of evolution is a bit of a pain, but I think there are going to be a lot of ways to deal with this brand new Thanos Boss as well, so yeah, I'm not super worried. Another new feature, or returning feature should I say, which is going to be quite a good one. So with the return of an old foe in Thanos and our efforts to diversify your experience between each Alliance Quest series, we've taken the opportunity to reintroduce some classic minions alongside the Sentinels. Now each variation of Alliance Quest will feature a different type of minion, character, Sentinel, symbiotes, or Ultron drones. The classes of these characters will match, so anywhere you see a skill sentinel, you'll also see a skill drone, etc. And these minion variations, they change in the same way that mini bosses do as well. So I would say that out of all like the minion variations, we've got like sentinels 24/7 at the moment, and they're by far the most annoying, at least in my opinion. So yeah, the symbiotes all really easy, and the Ultron drones incredibly straightforward as well. So yeah, it just seems like 2 out of the 3 weeks you've got a bit of an easier time there, so that seems like a pretty good change. Again, that's for probably some of the lower maps, map 5 and below, maybe in a little bit of map 6 as well, but that seems pretty good for kind of that region of the game. We've also got new mini bosses, and I think there's some bad and good here, so let's have a bit of a chat. Every map has new mini bosses apart from map 7. So map 6, you've got Dormammu with Spite, who's going to be a little bit annoying. Also, this Dormammu is going to have his awakened ability, but he's only going to be on Sig 1, and that's been confirmed by Kabam. So he's going to have his awakened ability, but it's going to be a little bit weak there. But I think nowadays in the game, there are a lot more counters and ways to you know, deal with Dormammu, and a lot more people have access to champions like Blade and Gladiator Hulk as well, so that one might not be too bad, but Spite's always, you know, a little bit annoying, man, a little bit annoying to deal with. There's also going to be Ebony Maw as well, with Faltering Mind, Shatter, and Prey on the Weak. Might be a little bit annoying with his special one if he kind of strips buffs and deals a little bit of damage there, but Ebony Maw, he isn't the absolute worst to fight, just takes a little bit of practice to get used to. And then there's also going to be Mephisto as well for map 6. So yeah, you've got just enhanced recovery. Basically, you've already got Mephisto to deal with anyway when it comes to map 6, so it's not really too much of an issue there. And then we got map 5. Map 5, you got a Morning Star. Already have to deal with Morning Star in map 5. You've also got a brand new Hyperion boss, and this probably seems like the worst one of them all. So this is going to be an Oscillate Spite Hyperion, at least in the second section there. So yeah, that just seems rubbish, man. That's a really harsh combination of nodes, especially for map 5 players there. And also Empathetic Lock, which I believe, like, does that power lock you at the start of the fight? I think that's the one where you get like power locked and heal locked at the start of the fight as well. So yeah, that just seems like a really annoying combination. Again, there are champions like Luke Cage and Iceman that can survive special 3s and maybe deal with this fight, but it's just a little bit of a rubbish combo there, man. Hyperion just doesn't seem like a very fun time. And you've also got a Buffet and Cornered Scarlet Witch as well with enhanced special 1. She might not be the worst, you just need to bring some heavy damage champions or characters with heal block, but judging by the fact that she has Buffet 3, I imagine she's gonna be regenerating a fair bit there, but definitely a one to keep a little bit of an eye on. Then we've got map 4, so there's gonna be a Corvus Glaive boss. That one shouldn't be too bad. Bit of Nebula there, bit of Deadpool, so nothing, you know, terrible there. Then map 3, we've got King Groot, Proxima, and Hulkbuster, all really straightforward there. Map 2, Vision, Hela, and Obsidian, and map 1 is all Guillotine bosses. There's also mention of new map 2 and map 5 variations, because they're apparently some of the most played maps there. So yeah, there's going to be a new variation to each that will feature a new set of champions across each map to face off against. I imagine this isn't going to be too bad, but we'll have a little bit of a look. And this changes mostly to cycle out older champions and keep things fresh, and no local nodes will be changing as part of this new variation. So yeah, hopefully they're not going to add in like a load of Iron Man, Infinity War, and Korgs and things there, but we're going to have to see on that one, man. We're going to have to see. It should be absolutely fine for map 2 and map 5 there. Then for Alliance Quest map 7, we have so many new nodes and changes to certain paths and different variations. So yeah, there's a lot to read through in terms of the map 7 stuff, but kind of the two biggest things, the special Chaos Inversion node, so this is going to be the one on Thanos. Again, your dash and dodge controls are inverted from the start of the defender's special attacks until just after they end. So that is essentially like Emma Frost's awakened ability in terms terms of a node, and also this brand new node that's going to be on Omega Red that should have been there at the start of map 7. So basically, if you try to like reverse the healing of Omega Red, you're going to degenerate and die, so it takes champions like Void and Captain America Infinity War off the table for Omega Red there, which is a little bit annoying. But also an additional perk that comes with this is the enhanced regeneration node on this one is being substantially reduced to 50 and 100%, down from 150% on the first one and 200% on the second one. So the regeneration really isn't going to be as much as it was before, so any champions with like a few debuffs and a lot of damage are still going to be really good for Omega Red. So yeah, not really too many problems there, but it does take a couple of options off of the table when it comes to dealing with Omega Red. But yeah, there's just a crazy amount of new nodes coming into map 7, but you know, none of them looked super bad or raising kind of really big red flags for me. They all just kind of require like certain counters there. And then finally, we've got the reward updates as well. So they mention it hasn't been long since our last rewards update, and while we want to save our bigger rewards update for a little bit later, we did want to make some adjustments to rewards for the new season. Many of these are still being finalized, but we do have some goals in mind for Season 6 rewards. First and foremost, we want to increase the availability of Tier 4 Basic and also Class Catalyst as well for early and mid-level users, so the rank rewards will be seeing an increase and wider distribution of these rewards further down the ranks, which is really good news, man. T4CC is probably one of the biggest gaps between newer and progressing players and some of the end game when it comes to, you know, bridging that mid-level there. Also, the Glory Store will also be seeing a reduction in the cost of Glory Crystals and the class-specific Tier 4 Class Catalyst fragments as well, so that seems really decent, man. A very long overdue change because they've been overpriced for quite some time now, so I really do hope they slash them down a fair bit. Also for map 7, there will be a shift in the challenges of the map, so we've added an additional 200 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments to map 7 exploration. So I imagine that is you know, 600 every single round of Alliance Quest, which is really good. So over 4 Alliance Quest series, it equates to little over 25% of a full Tier 5 Basic per month, in addition to the existing Tier 5 Basic fragments already in Conqueror and Ranked rewards, and this amount is guaranteed, so even if you have bad luck with the Map 7 crystals, which are still absolutely terrible, or you're unable to reach the top ranks, playing Map 7 will reward you with more Tier 5 Basic than Conqueror rewards alone. So that seems pretty cool as well. And there's also going to be some more granular adjustments to maps 1 to 3. All 3 maps now have additional rewards for fully exploring them. So map 1 is going to feature some Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst fragments, Map 2 contains Tier 4 Basic Catalyst fragments, and Map 3 awards a Tier 4 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal. Additionally, all fights across Maps 1-3 will now award gold, plus an additional chance to earn a small amount of glory. So yeah, that's a really nice change for beginners, especially to kind of motivate them to get into Alliance Quest as well, and do some fights. So yeah, that's some really nice stuff. And just to add into all of that stuff as well, so they haven't revealed the changes to the ranked rewards, but every single rank will see an increase in the rewards with the exception of the 2 lowest ranks, and this is below rank 21k. So if you're playing map 5 or 6, you can expect a bump in the Tier 2 Alpha and Tier 5 Basic fragments you receive. More details on how much of a bump that will be is something that they're going to talk about soon, but for this particular update, our focus is on getting mid to low level players the resources they need most, hence our focus on that in the post. Finally, they just confirmed that the rewards changes are going to be coming with this update as well. They just haven't finalized all the details of the rewards changes, so there's going to be a little bit more coming, and again, they have mentioned an even bigger update to the rewards in the future as well. So yeah, man, hopefully there are going to be some really good changes to Alliance Quest. Again, I'm fairly positive when it comes to Alliance Quest. I think they've done a lot of good stuff with it. They've made some great changes since the release of Map 7 to Map 7 in terms of the link nodes and the structure. It's like an absolute pleasure to play now. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the direction they go down with Alliance Quest. Again, there's a lot of stuff in the game that I'm very critical of, but Alliance Quest, I feel like they have a fairly good handle on where they're going, and the update for the most part seems pretty good. However, I am a little bit concerned about the The Hyperion in map 5, the Spite Hyperion with Oscillate as well, just sounds like a little bit of a bad time and like it's going to be a bit of a BS fight. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from that, man, it's mainly good stuff. I hope that the Thanos is just going to be the like OG version that's really straightforward and easy to deal with, and if that is the case, then he's going to be easier and more straightforward than Kingpin as well. So yeah, I'm interested for the new season, man. It seems like a bit of a fun time, a small bump to the rewards, not the biggest changes in the world, but you know, we'll kind of see how these changes feel when they're introduced into the game as well. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Alliance Quest Season 6? Let me know in the comments section below. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.